Anthony Romeo here again, Wiseup. Got a great guest today, all the way from Brady Corporation. We have Tim Hallett. Tim, thank you for joining us today. And I noticed that you're wearing that sweater there, that very handsome ensemble of USMC. That has nothing to do with Brady Corporation. But if you don't know what USMC stands for, you've basically been living under a rock and you don't deserve the freedoms that you take for granted. United States Marine Corps veteran and now global product manager. We have Tim Hallett from Brady Corporation, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This corporation, folks, if you don't know what a Brady device does, don't be listening to my show. No, I'm just kidding. For the CWA contractors out there, for the IBEW brothers out there that are listening to our show time and time again, relying on tools out in the field when you're trying to get your job done, what are you grabbing? What's your go-to when you got to test and ensure that your project, what you're handing over to your customer, is good to go? What are you going with? Are you going with some offshore product that you can't stand by and the person that you buy from, you don't really know from a hole in the wall? No, you want something that's tested and it's guaranteed and it has support. You buy from quality people like Wise Components, just throwing it out there, and Brady Corporation. Tim, thanks for joining us on Wiseup. We are greatly appreciative you've taken time out of your day, and an applaud to your efforts. Seriously, sincerely mean that as a veteran to a veteran. Thank you for your service. Greatly appreciate that. And Tim, what is it that you do at Brady other than just get a check?
Oh, my job at Brady is to make sure that we're providing those tools and those materials to end users like the IBEW and those contractors out there.
They're calling you right now. They can't get enough of you. I get it. It's
We Energies is calling me right now.
Yeah. So, folks, Tim, as the global product manager, we said Milwaukee, Wisconsin. How is, for the people that are listening, how massive of a company is Brady? Where are you operating out of? How, who are you supporting? Just give us a high level overview, if you will.
It's amazing. Brady Corporation is over a $1 billion company, and we service industries from labs. We're actually working with the suppliers of the COVID vaccine now, all the way to making sure that we're providing labels for wires and datacom, control panels, outside nameplates. It's amazing the industries that you can find a Brady solution in. In fact, COVID has really impacted our safety side of the business, where we've created signage and tapes for that social distancing messaging, providing our end users and their customers with very visual indications of what safety means.
Yeah, so it's definitely threw a curveball at many organizations, and some organizations are just standing back and scratching their heads and trying to figure out what the next day looks like. And your company, definitely applaud your efforts for, as you pointed out, and we've experienced that at Wise Components, selling some of that signage to customers out in the field. We understand that there's no clear path of what this is going to be, and the manufacturers, service providers, and the folks that we've had on Wiseup, they don't have the antidote or the vaccine, but they do have quality brands of materials, of products, solutions to provide along the way, that journey that we're all in. 180 countries been affected by this, and Brady's supporting pretty much all of those countries with their product set solutions around the globe. From the datacom aspects of your product, what's like a go-to product that you would, if you're that guy, that tech in the field, in the closet. You're just trying to get your job done because hospital needs to be online, financial needs to be online, essential businesses need to be online. What is it? Is it that you're doing? What's that? Your phone was just ringing. Somebody was calling for that product. What is it?
The one that we're recommending today is the M611, right? It's one of our newest portable printers. It's designed to reconnect the field with the office. So, I get it. Being a tech out in the field, your job is to turn the wrench, get the job done. But at the end of it, you need to be able to go back and service that piece of equipment in the future. And, taking time out to create a label is just not in the job description. So
right.
What we attempt to do is provide a connected device where the label can be created anywhere, from somebody in the office to yourself on your mobile device. You can create it and print right there on demand. And really, that's the big one in the datacom market today.
And you point out a good fact, Tim. Many of us have always heard the expression "time is money," but now living in the COVID world or the post-COVID world, I've had folks in the real estate market, in data center market, and enterprise space, manufacturers, and they're all talking about flexibility in the workspace environment. So we all talk about time is money and savings, but what you point out there is, allowing the streamline to get your person in and out, almost like what USMC, what in and out in the safest manner, breaking some eggs along the way, but in a safe environment that you're trying to bring to the table. The M611 sounds like a really great portable device to be out in the field. And, we've seen some orders and requests for that already. And then what's the old faithful, something that, stand the test of time, has been around forever, that that you've always heard great reviews, whether it be on the Brady's website. Remind everybody that's listening, the Brady's website can be found at?
It's BradyID.com.
BradyID.com.
You got it. I think that one of the old faithful products, and obviously technology changes and we need to keep up and keep innovating, but a really faithful product is the BMP21 Plus.
Oh.
It is a standalone product. It's made for people to make labels right there on the spot, and it's designed to withstand the rigors of a job site, right? You can drop it like you do the rest of your tools, and it's going to withstand the things that you need it to.
Yeah, we've seen tremendous business with that product. The BMP21 Plus it's hands down for us, where we work as an authorized distributor of Brady. That one is a go-to product. We've seen an uptick in the other ones, but I would say I would have to agree with you on that. Now, with the evolutions that are going on right now and the changes in the tides, whether it be in a data center environment, healthcare space, enterprise space, what is on the forefront or the horizon as a product development manager for the globe? I'm sure is different strokes for different folks. So in certain regions, you might have different applications. So if you could just give us whatever you're privy to give us without killing us, we'd appreciate it.
Well, I think the M611 is part of that forefront. It's connectivity. It's creating products that can be personalized to the user while withstanding the rigors of whatever environment they're operating in, whether it's in the hospital space or in a laboratory or on a fourth floor of a construction site that doesn't even have a roof yet. But meeting a connected experience where they can connect through with an intelligent device or connect to Wi-Fi and pull down files that were created back in the office and put on Google Drive. It's really about that connected experience that we're looking into and driving in our innovation process today.
And you had mentioned about the industrial printers. And Wise Components, we have two divisions of our company. We have the OEM side and we have the datacom side, and we've had success with both, whether it be the labeling for the social distancing in both environments, or the BMP21 Plus, or in fact the industrial size printers. Which industrial size printer stands out to you the most out in the field
The one that we see a lot for the industrial size is the I-3300. It gives one of the largest breadth of material printing capabilities out there, and it allows you to respond dynamically to a changing environment. Nobody knows what new rule or regulation is going to come down tomorrow because of things like COVID. And at an industrial level, printer gives you that flexibility without having to repurchase signs or change your processes as you go through. So that's part of really what we're looking at from a larger market dynamic.
Right. And there's been some uptick because of labs and testing and those facilities. But since I would say February, March in the United States, whether you live on the West Coast or the East Coast, grocery retail and retail business have gone through the roof, or grocery chains have gone through the roof, due to it being truly an essential business. And I don't want to get into the politics of what's essential, what's not essential, but I know me, I'm a big guy. I need my food. So I have to go to the grocery store. What are some of the products that you see that you sell, and you might have seen an uptick because in the retail market, specifically in the grocery chains, what are some of the products that you see there other than the signage?
Part of it is, we call it Toughstripe. It's a marking material that really withstands the rigors of the industrial environment that's been able to transition over into the retail world as well. Not as many folks use it because of branding and so on, but we've seen an uptick in purchase of that. But beyond that, Brady at the end of the day is a material science company. And we work with our end users to figure out what's going to fit best with their targeted application, whether it be, negative 80 degrees for a vaccine or something like a water dissolvable, completely removable label. So we've seen a lot of transition from traditional materials to some of these other materials as our customers try to respond to this really changing world.
I mean, it's a vast amount of things that one doesn't even think of when you're talking about your corporation, and whether it be labels, printers, tapes, lockout, tagout, software, signage, lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, right? Because there's so many different things that applications, whether it, be in the labs, as we discussed, the datacom tools, those CWA and electrical IBEW guys that rely on quality products because they got to get in and get out. Especially nowadays, you have the scheduling of these construction sites that are so sporadic. The construction superintendent's going to say, okay, on Tuesday between the hours of X, Y, and Z, this is when your team's got to get in and get out. So every product in your tool bag needs to be ready to go. And Brady Corporation for many years has been providing those quality products to you out in the field. They're tested, quality brands, and then you can get them at a fair price. Contact me and I'll talk about that. But besides that, what kind of, because now with the social distancing being, listen, we're on a Zoom call doing a podcast, right? So how else are you at Brady and your team educating the customers about all the great products that are, being updated, upgraded? Is there webinars, trainings, and things that they could find?
Yeah, even before COVID hit, we were able to do training and demonstrations digitally. Obviously, in a rapidly changing world and doing more with less, people have less time for sales folks to come in and talk through solutions. So we do have the ability from our inside sales team to demonstrate and walk through some product capabilities and personalize it based on the applications that that particular customer is looking at. Besides that, what we've really done from a larger standpoint is to look at ways to highlight our product. Let's face it, in the IBEW worlds and what markets we serve, it's very tactile, right? So listening to somebody like me saying, hey, I've got the greatest product in the world, doesn't always, slice the bread. It's
It
one of
doesn't
those things.
it doesn't come across like you sound like a vacuum cleaner salesman going
That's right.
door to door. And that's like, you know, the same thing goes with us at Wise Components. We've been in the same boat. You know, we have a quality brand of XYZ products, you know, from labels and printers and cables and connectors and you know, the whole OEM side. So trying to get out there as frequently and safely as possible is what we've been trying to do. Hence why we have Wiseup, the podcast, and we've been fortunate to have some success with that and educating the clients out there, the contractors out there, and the consultants out there, as we're getting great feedback. And again, this can be streamed on Apple iTunes, Spotify, or however you stream. We're streaming this now in 50 countries worldwide. You know, somebody in Bangladesh, India is listening to this, and somebody in San Diego, California is listening to this. So we greatly appreciate you all listening to Wiseup. Please feel free to comment. Apple iTunes has us as a 5-star rated show, 5 stars, and it's probably my wife, my kids, and you know, my relatives all giving me 5 stars, but who cares? Who's counting? But the point I'm trying to make is, this is not the Joe Rogan show. Just in case you thought you were listening to the Joe Rogan show, I am not that funny, and Tim is not Kim Kardashian or the president-elect. So we are possibly not the most interesting men, the Dos Equis guy commercial. However, when it comes to quality brands that are affecting datacom, communications, the network, you know, the stuff behind the walls matters, folks. Getting the job done right. You know, there's an old saying, go measure twice, cut once. This is why you rely on quality brands like Brady Corporation to bring to the table. We're happy to have Tim Hallett on today from Brady Corporation, as he is the global product manager. Tim, I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your day. I know you were trying to field calls and answer them for the M611 and the BMP21 Plus and you know, social distance sign-ins. So I do apologize for interrupting on those, but thank you again. Sincerely grateful for your time.
Happy to be here. Really appreciate our partnership with Wise Components, and I apologize for the phone ringing. I actually silenced all my other devices, but
okay. We won't hold that against you. Folks, again, if you want to listen more to Wiseup, check us out on all the streaming services. We're out there. If you see something, say something you don't like, let us hear about it. I don't care if you want to say I'm ugly. I don't care. But the point is, the products that are out there, you should care, and we care, and that's why we're asking you to wise up. Choose quality brands from quality distributors. We're here since 1975, so we're going to be here for another 45 years. I'm confident about it. So thanks again, Tim. Be talking to you soon, and thanks everybody for listening to Wiseup.